Alright, and we are back for the next part of the God of War playthrough here on my YouTube channel and Twitch. If you're watching this on YouTube, I do please ask that you kindly drop a subscription if you are enjoying, because it is greatly appreciated. Now let's continue as Atreus, going to Freya, who has a Technicolor fire.
You should have stayed with Sindri.
Wait! Stop!
Your father. Where is he?
Not here!
He sent you?
No! He doesn't know!
You shouldn't have come. You took my son. What makes you think I won't do the same?
You're better than this!
Oh, Atreus.
You would stake your life on it?
She's clearly
What do you know of me?
lost it.
I know
A little
you
bit.
haven't killed me yet. So while you're thinking it over, why don't you let me go and I can tell you why I came?
You mean to plead for your father to save your breath. His fate is sealed.
But you know who's to blame for everything.
I cannot get to Odin. Nor do I need to. Ragnarok will take him.
Yeah? Well, what if I told you that he came to Midgard? He came to us. Offered peace if we don't move against him. Claims Ragnarok's already been averted.
He lies.
Maybe. But if you know Groa's prophecy, you know it depends on an army of giants.
The giants wait for war in Jotunheim.
No. I've been there. There is no giant army. There are no giants at all. Just me.
You.
In Jotunheim, we learn the truth. My mother was the last guardian of our people in Midgard. And that's not all. The giants have prophecies about me. They know me as Loki. I think maybe I'm supposed to help stop
Interesting
Odin.
that she's got grass around her.
But since all the giants are dead, you won't fight Odin. And he's already won. Why aren't we working together? Now that you can fight again.
I am far from whole.
Oh, that's clear.
Okay. Okay. What we found here. Maybe if you spoke to him.
Tears alive?
Yeah. We broke him out of Svartalfheim.
Impossible. The 9 realms are closed to all.
No. We opened up the way. We just don't know where to go next. But if we all band together...
Enough. Enough! Leave this place. Go and do not return. Go before I change my mind. Do not expect the same mercy for your father.
Something about being able to travel between realms rattled her. Well, our chat wasn't all I hoped for, but it actually could have gone much worse. At least now I know she doesn't want to kill me, Not really. She seemed interested to learn about Odin visiting and Tyr being alive, and about me being the last giant, and especially about realm travel being unlocked. Really not sure what she's gonna do next, but hopefully won't be using all the information I gave her to attack us again. Yeah, I really didn't think this through. No, you didn't, Atreus. No, you did not. Ooh, a legendary chest. What is Atreus gonna find? New bow attack thing, I'm guessing. Sonic Aftershocks cracks from Tyr's metal temple infused with soundstone, echoing the warrior's spirit. Okay, he just gets accessories. Melee attacks after an enemy inflicted with Sonic deal bonus stun. Upgrade deals the stun damage. Okay, it's not fantastic, but it's better than nothing at least. Also, interesting that didn't show up as a loot.
I'm not dead. I didn't get any answers. So this all might have just been a very big waste of time. Which I will never, ever admit to Sindri.
He probably knows. Honest goodness, I honestly feel he might have been waiting to bail you out there, dude.
Good thing I like climbing.
Sindri definitely feels like the kind of guy who would be waiting to bail you out of trouble.
Oh, thank Amir. You're all right. How did it go? Starting to think.
Sindri, I told you I could handle it. But I don't think she's gonna help us.
Where's your necklace?
Huh? Oh! I was thinking and I, got rid of it.
She took it, didn't she?
Mm-hmm.
Today was your lucky day. So, tell me, how did it feel to run on chaos? I just fixed that! I've still got my bag of tricks. If you need me, I'll leave. Standing back here. Hey, son. Nightmares. I'm gonna be sick. I'll repair it later. Let's get out of here before something else tries to kill us.
Yeah, good idea.
Fair.
Bring it up, but are we telling your dad about this? Since you've come clean and all.
No way. He'd kill you.
Right. Well, speaking of coming clean, I need your opinion on something. Something I've kept from my brother for a long time.
Oh.
I'll tell you on the way back. Come on.
Do they ever quit?
Yeah, these guys are a lot tougher as Atreus. For sure, they are a lot tougher to deal with.
Do they ever quit?
I kick.
Okay, back to Alphine Tower. You were saying?
Long before you were born, there was an accident at the forge. Brock died.
What?
I couldn't accept it. I went to the Lake of Souls in Alfheim to steal him back. Legions of souls tried to stop me. I can still feel them crawling all over my skin. Thing is, I could only get 3 of his 4 soul parts back.
Sindri.
Brock just thought he got knocked out. I've been lying to him ever since. It's been eating at me.
Wow.
lately.
You have to tell him. He has a right to know.
When the time is right. As should you with your father.
That's not the same thing. Really? Now?
The deep lore about Brock and Sindri.
Anyway, you did a good thing. You saved Brock's life. I caused trouble.
No. I made a choice. One that wasn't mine to make.
What do you mean? A choice?
I couldn't be alone.
Hmm.
The other dwarves, when they saw him, they shunned us. So we left. Made our own home.
Well, you can't change the past, but it doesn't have to be who you are. Let's go home before Father wakes up.
That might be the best idea you've had all night. Trey.
Trey?
It's an... Shut up.
That is some interesting lore about Brock and Sindri. I mean, I can understand not wanting to be
So
alone.
I'm not allowed to give you a nickname?
Is that what that was?
Whatever, Loke.
No.
That was worse.
Yeah.
Oh, and I heard it when I said it. All right. Shall we?
Let's.
I hate coming home empty-handed. After Tyr was such a failure, just wanted to...
Now hang on, little Jotun. Tyr may not be everything you expected, but a failure? You saved him from a terrible fate. That's not nothing.
True.
And hey, maybe he'll be some help to us yet.
Maybe. But Father's not gonna go along with this forever. He's probably already got our next hiding place all picked out.
Well, let's not make it worse by getting caught. When we get there, I'll cover our tracks at the gateway and slip around back. And you just act natural, but quickly.
Kratos is totally going to be waiting for him.
Go, go, go.
That is not the risk that concerns me. Do we trust the path they would put us on?
I trust their wisdom, and this is the closest thing to hearing directly from them.
You are certain the giants would not counsel war?
I said that they were wise. In my experience, that goes with being peaceful.
Oh, little brother. Told you we needn't worry.
Atreus, where have you been?
Peeing?
You're all hungry.
I could eat.
Is everyone as well rested as I am? Be right down.
Man, Atreus working on no sleep.
Is this sausage?
Sure. Why not?
How's Mimir supposed to eat?
I remember food tasting better.
I suppose you'd like to try cooking for this lot.
I accept.
What?
Atreus, we are planning our next move.
Oh. So, where are we going?
Alfheim. I'm with the elves.
Alfheim? You hate Alfheim. Why would we move there?
Who there? No, we are
Oh.
The Shrine of Groa, young one. Your father tells me you found it there.
Roa? The Knowledge Keeper? Oh, maybe there's a secret there I can unlock.
Aye. You better than the seer who saw everything.
I wasn't sure you, Never mind. That's great. I'll find.
Hey, don't go forgetting this what'll get you there.
You know what? I'm gonna build a bigger table.
More for me.
Tears upgraded his swag.
Tyr, you're really up for coming with us?
I
He at least has a breastplate now.
Whenever you're ready. Well, whenever your father's ready, I should say. If my counsel might help you towards the answers you seek, it's the least I can do to repay you. Plus, I think it will do me well to see the light of Elfheim again.
That elf light is some good shit.
Ah! I just had to move as Kratos, and it started things, it seems.
So, where did this plan come from?
Oh, from Mimir, of course. I was merely asking how you found me. He explained the secret prophecies inside the Jotnar shrines. Fascinating.
From there, we set to taking stock of which shrines we'd seen, at which point your father recalled finding Groas outside the Temple of Light. And now that we can actually go to Alfheim, the prudent course of action became self-evident.
True.
Nary a lost step for the world's smartest man. Even without feet, if you'll forgive the levity. I was always fond of their talks.
He really did it. Tyr really slept in my grave. Is that normal for you tall, godly sorts? Or just the ones locked up for a lifetime or two?
Probably just the ones locked up for a lifetime or two. Ah, we can upgrade this as well. It's just beast scrap, so it's worth doing. I like the little Atreus statue, that's hilarious. Beast bone for further. Okay, so nothing else really here. Okay. Alright, let's go to Elfheim.
Right behind you.
I'll meet you at the gateway presently, friends.
I thought I heard somebody fletching something.
Excuse me, sir. Mind if I take a little peek at you? I promise I'll be brief. My goodness, what a strapping physique. Capable of an astounding variety of acts of violence, I imagine.
Interesting. I would love to know too.
Must be the squirrel that tends the world tree.
That delectable aroma. Could it be? Pardon the intrusion. Ah, yes. Amber resin. Delightfully nutty with a hint of squidding.
No.
Not one for gastronomic exploration, I see.
Wait, if you're Ratatoskr, why are you so different when we summon you for help?
It's a long story.
Oh, he does have this. He did have the scroll summon.
I am indeed Ratatoskr. The one you know as Ratatoskr is merely one of my spectral aspects. And a particularly nasty one at that.
And did he eat
I
the
was really
egg?
so far removed from
Or
myself,
whatever.
he's practically a different person. Speaking of, Bitter, would you like to come out and see your friends?
Fuck off! I'm busy!
I suppose that was to be expected. Anyway, now that I've polished off all this resin for you, would you like the seed back?
It is the seed.
Oh.
Indeed. A seed of Yggdrasil, to be precise.
That's what the Kraken gave.
Since my dwarven tenants performed a
Niflheim.
reconfiguration, you'll need seeds like these to open up new destinations on my tree.
Your tree, huh?
Yes, mine. Here, let me show you.
So we have another realm completely now, Niflheim.
Ah, so that's why good Master Brock needed an Alfheim seed. Clearly you have important matters afoot.
Paths split like branches of Yggdrasil. Alfheim awaits with a long and difficult journey. The training grounds of Niflheim hold secret rewards. Svartalheim might hold unfinished business. Choose carefully. New Yggdrasil seeds for Alfheim and Niflheim have been acquired. Choose the realm to travel to.
You found unlocks Niflheim of all places, a realm as ancient as it is vaguely sticky.
And we have...
Time remains at your disposal if you have unresolved business amongst the dwarves.
I do, but I don't have anything I can do. I want to check out Niflheim. Redisker's realm sea leads to the Niflheim training area. Travel here for a place to practice and improve. Niflheim.
To Alfheim yet? Probably best for Tyr to wait for us here. The soldiers we fought in Svartalfheim, those were...
Redhar's tasks unlocked. No. Ah. So these are the various things. That's not too bad. It gives experience and the like. These are going to be painful, though. Some of them will, at least. Others, not so much. Yeah, I hope I don't need to do all of these eventually. Oh, we've gotten a couple.
Einherjar? I thought Einherjar were just spirits in Valhalla until Ragnarok comes.
They were no spirits.
True.
Indeed, brother. Odin appears to have found a loophole. Activated his forces early as a standing army. Perhaps something he could only do without any honest Valkyries around to stand in his way.
Alright, so to Niflheim. Was Niflheim the noxious one? I honestly don't recall. The Raven Tree.
Do we have to be here? Creeping me out, all these poor bastards with their souls cut up.
Niflheim.
Brock, what do you think about fate?
I don't. Either your life's all written down somewhere or it ain't. Still feels
Yeah.
like you're making choices.
Niflheim's
either way.
changed.
Shit smells the same regardless of how it got shat.
Remind me to write that down.
True. Anything new crafting-wise? No. So this is Niflheim. This is the noxious place from the original. Much
There's something over here.
different.
A memory of war. You could use this as a training arena if you like. You'll just be fighting the recollections of enemies. They won't be able to harm you.
Sparring arena. Okay, I don't want to spar. If I do anything, it's going to be actual fighting. It's vaguely is like Muspelheim then in 2018's.
Wait, are those Odin's ravens? The ones we've been destroying all this time?
So it would seem.
Free are we, free of the Father. Our half-lives now belong to no other.
That's a little creepy.
I don't know, but there's definitely something more going on here.
Okay. Interesting. Girdle of Raven's Tears.
A gift in death to smother forever the all-father's breath.
The thoughts. I can't read them. They seem seem to like us, though.
One hopes. I suppose we should continue to destroy any of Odin's ravens when we find them.
Okay. We did get some new waist armor. The Girdle of Raven's Tears increases healing from health stones, rage, and gear. Heavily fortified armor said to be stronger than the hardened ice of Niflheim. Okay, was Niflheim in God of War 2018? Yes, it was. But it's changed so much. I guess Fimbulwinter in Ragnarok turns it into just like, I don't know, a frosty landscape. I will go ahead and take this though. It's going to hurt my strength a little bit, but the extra defense is nothing to shake your head at. So there's no real point to come here unless I destroy a lot of ravens. I don't need any spar training. It's a shame that the original Niflheim is pretty much gone.
Hey, I'll take those Kvasir poems off you. Sometimes I like to get gushed. Try to make heads or tails of.
Can I upgrade the girdle? No, it needs dwarven steel. Okay. Wanted to confirm that. Alright. Well, there's not really much we can do here in Niflheim. Odd, but fine. So that's all that Niflheim has to offer. And we need to return to Sindri's house in order to continue to Elfheim.
Mimir, I know this sounds weird, but can you tell me again what happens when someone dies?
Every living thing has a soul, and every soul has 4 parts: form, mind, direction, and luck. Direction steers the souls of giants, dwarves, elves, and animals toward the Lake of Souls in Alfheim, where all the parts may be absorbed back into Alfheim's great light.
So that's where Fenrir is? The Lake of Souls?
So long as his soul still has its direction, aye, it's well on its way.
Ah, there you are. I knew you hadn't forgotten me.
Where is he? Ah, there he is. Tyr.
Master Kratos, I would speak with you.
Where? Ah.
Do you know Ratatoskr?
Of course. We were just catching up in your absence. Of the squirrels I
Speak.
If you are ever in need of my services and I am not present, I have installed these handy chimes for you to notify me. Simply throw your axe and strike the chimes, and I will attend to your needs. Would you care to take a practice throw? A magnificent throw, Master Kratos. Truly a seasoned pro. Very well. You know how to reach me now. Now,
I have a question.
Splendid! I delight in offering my tutelage to the inquisitive.
Over the ledge, by the gateway over there. I noticed these dragons.
Dragons? Oh no, young Master Atreus. Those are lean worms, the brood of Neitho.
Neitho? That's the mother?
Correct. She's also a vital piece of the Yggdrasilian circle of life, as it were. I tend the branches up here, while Neitho chews the roots from below to prevent overgrowth. A delicate balance.
So they're friendly?
Well, they're not nearly so affable as myself, but there's no reason to expect hostility so long as they're left in peace. Neitho is a stern matriarch, as protective of her offspring as she is determined to teach them proper discipline.
That sounds...
Familiar.
Farewell for now, Master Kratos and retinue.
Okay, he doesn't have anything for us then. I guess to Elfheim then. Yeah, so the Crucible and Muspelheim, but that's locked. The Eyes of Odin available in Niflheim, but there's nothing really there. So we'll go to Alfheim. The Strand.
Perhaps as we travel, you can tell me the tale of your prior visit to the land of the elves.
Sure, I can.
I think essentially after every realm...
First time we ever realm traveled using your temple. Freya tried coming with us, but Odin cast a spell on her. She can't leave Midgard.
That's terrible.
Mm-hmm.
So then we fought our way through an army of dark elves to get to the light.
You interfered in the elf war.
Not by choice. We sought to fill our Bifrost, and they attacked us.
And the dark elves were covering it with their sticky hive stuff. When we freed it, light elves came back. We seemed better in Alpha.
Did they now?
That's not going to be the case, is it? Groa's secret has been started.
It's been so long.
Not sure where the temple is from here, but that's where we'll find Groa's shrine.
Okay. 2 chests. I need to keep my eye out for the ravens more than anything. Because those are the ones that are going to be the hard ones to miss. And apparently have some pretty good rewards hidden behind them.
I see the elves continue their war.
Yeah. So much for things being better in Alpha.
Sadly, it's not all too surprising. War never changes.
Yikes. Fimbulwinter hit Alfheim hard.
No. Storms have plagued Alfheim's deserts long before Fimbulwinter.
We're in the desert. Okay. It wants me to go there. Can I descend here? Yes. Lore!
A living desert. Huh?
It was once full of life, you know.
The Jewel of Alfheim is our most secret and fertile desert, teeming with an unequal diversity of life. From the majestic Half-Gufa and their dulcet song of the sand to the wide array of turtles and lizards found in the Hajarta, and the abundant herds of gazelle and ibex roaming the shifting dunes. All creatures of the desert are given breath by the grace of the light. Take a moment to witness the grandeur and reflect. Keep well thy realm.
And music. The song of the sands, they called it. Gone now. Another victim.
Slag and silver. Was that a climb spot? No.
Hold on. I hear something out there. Something big. It's in pain.
What do you hear?
Feels like some kind of animal. How could anything live in a storm like that?
Plenty of caves under the desert. Not exactly a paragon of comfort, but the Dark Elves get on best they can.
So this is where the Dark Elves reside. We gotta make our way all the way to the temple. Lovely stuff. Okay, so I need to go back up then. No. This does not lead to where I want. There must be a specific angle I need to hit then.
Perhaps we can reach that brazier from above.
You know, I thought of that. I really, really did. Okay. So I do have to continue going up. I'm dumb. I should have trusted my instincts.
There. The Temple of Light.
Groa's shrine is at the top.
That's a ways away. First, though. There we go.
Good eye.
Bifrost eyes.
Is everything okay? Aye, old friend. Just looting none of your chests. We'll be right along.
My dad likes looting.
Indeed I do.
Very well. Freyr never bothered returning to Alfheim, did he, Mimir?
Aye, no. I assumed the fate of his own realm took precedence.
Wait, Freya's brother?
Yes. Cut from a different cloth, that one.
Well, at least that's an easy raven to find. Not what I wanted to click. So there's still 2 artifacts, a bit of lore, a legendary chest, and a Nornir chest, as far as I can currently access. I am curious as to what I'm going to unlock from this.
What are those shiny rocks?
Twilight Stone. A rare material that can take millennia to form. Majestic, isn't it? Occasionally, the light of Alfheim will bind to a rock and crystallize, growing like moss on a fallen tree. Oh, didn't know it could do that.
Okay, I see.
Oh, very clever.
Thank you. Alright, so real quickly here. Axe skills for Kratos that need to be worked on. R2 when awoken. R1 while awoken. And then a running R1. Is there a point for this one here? Maybe. Might have to rebound it from above.
The wee bastard's about to explode!
Lovely. Exploding ones now. Little leech creatures that explode. That's not a terrifying thought.
Mimir, do you understand these poems?
Well, there's always meaning if you look hard enough, brother. It's all...
More Kvasir poems. Afterlife Abandonment. A Kvasir work of brilliance that, if misunderstood, proves the ignorance of the reader. Stick, rope, tar, black, skin, handprint, baby, crying, shower, stink, death, beach, grubs, delicious, bombs, bomb, piss. So I thought I had an idea of where it was going until it got to death, beach, grubs, delicious, and bomb, piss.
What you bring to it?
Up to that point, I was following, but whatever. Heavy Runic, Light Runic. Scotty's Edge, a tracking axer that ricochets between targets. This one is probably a little bit better since it can hit... No. I think we'll keep with Nord's Tempest right now. Scotty's Edge sounds good, and maybe if there's gonna be specific situations it will be, but I'm more of an upfront combat kind of guy, so it's not really that useful for me.
Freya's brother. How was he involved?
Long ago, Freyr of the Vanir traveled to Alfheim, where he discovered a once beautiful land devastated by war. Using his divine powers, he set about cultivating a tenuous peace among the elves.
Okay. And how did he do this? How did Tyr beat us up here?
Did you mention how that piece fell apart as soon as he left?
I was getting to it.
You hear that?
Oh no means I need to be ready for combat.
That's enough, please. You don't need to do this.
We don't want to hurt you.
We do not have a choice.
We're the ones who bring the light.
Fudge. Okay, they're fast buggers. Much faster than the Dark Elves were, at least.
Did you mention how that piece fell apart as soon as he left?
I was getting to it.
You hear that?
Oh no.
That's enough, please. You don't need to do this.
We don't want to hurt you.
We do not have a choice.
We're the ones who breathe the light. Behind you! Watch out! Alpha! Look your right.
I have no idea what happened when I got stunned.
Did you mention how that piece fell apart as soon as he left?
I was getting to it.
You hear that?
Oh no.
That's enough, please. You don't need to do this.
We don't want to hurt you.
We do not have a choice.
The Alpha! We're the ones who breathe the light. Behind!
Light Elf. The discovery of the Lake of Souls marked the beginning of the Great Schism within Elfheim. The Lightwell harnessed the power of the light, and the elves, who spent their day basking in its glow, became obsessed with their newfound power. They found new ways to express themselves through art and invention. It was a time of great prosperity for half of Elfheim. Once the realm's living desert began to wither, the other half of the realm deemed the cost of progress too high, thus spawning the violent circle of conflict that continues to this day.
Whoa! Is that a ball? Why are you fighting us? We helped you last time.
Atreus, focus.
I hate Alpha. Alpha!
Decapitation.
Most unfortunate.
They attacked us.
More will follow once we're inside. Is there truly no other way?
Not like you're giving us much of a choice.
So your father said. I'm just naive, I suppose.
No. Just an
Old friend.
Alrighty. Let's keep going then. You could follow the same path as us, Tyr. Or you could lift these heavy things for us. Rather than just, you know, skipping ahead. Lore! And a chest.
Best we move on for now, brother. Don't think we have the right tools for this one.
Oh, that's gonna be annoying. Artifact 6. Tributes to Freyr. This charm is meant to absorb nightmares. The principle behind such magic is not a local one, but a theory picked up by Tyr from the Western lands. Hey! The premise is a simple one. Nightmares seek us out in the dark, hoping to crawl into our minds and corrupt them from within. Charms such as these are meant to distract and trap the nightmares, tangling them up in the charm's threads until sunrise can incinerate the devious bastards. I didn't know that's why they looked like they did. They're meant to entangle nightmares so they can burn up. Okay. You learn something new, I guess. There is still lore around here as well, but that might be behind that, I'm guessing.
It's so tall. We came in from the top last time. Didn't realize all this was even down here.
It's an older gate, built to promote cooperation between the elves. But it looks like it's been sealed for some time.
How do we enter?
Grab that wheel and I'll show you. I'll go first. Atreus, let me know when I've reached halfway.
So, what's happening right now?
This seal is meant to represent the balance of the realm when Freyr was here. Light and dark, working together in harmony. How's that look, Atreus?
Good, I think. Father, now you go.
Okay,
Unfortunately for
interesting.
Alfheim, Freyr couldn't accept his sister's decision to marry Odin. He returned to Vanaheim and left this realm to its fate.
To be fair, the Aesir did set him on fire that one time.
I would say that's a good reason to not.
The door should have opened. Are you sure it's balanced?
Yeah, but the realm isn't. Not anymore. Father, try pulling it the other way. Yeah, and Tyr, you keep pushing forward.
Ah, because the light elves control. Oh, did not mean to press that.
Fine work, Atreus. Shall we?
Let's. Bit warm in here.
What's a dark elf statue doing in the light temple?
Temple of Light. So there is 2 ravens around here. Let's look out for.
That's just how they looked before the division.
The division.
Yes. The elves weren't always split between light and dark, you know. This statue depicts the elves before the war, before they discovered the power of the light.
Solid light. Guess some things don't change. Above the door. There's a light crystal.
Yes. The stone briefly imparts a bit of light to your axe.
That's useful.
Indeed.
What's that sound?
No sense in spoiling the surprise.
No, I want this surprise spoiled if it's gonna be a dangerous one. This would be an excellent place to blindly hide one of Odin's birds, but I'm not seeing it, so...
Oh, it's the light. Ow.
I've never seen the Lake of Souls so volatile.
Aye. Fimbulwinter, you reckon?
Of course, making the light unstable.
So the base of this light well, that's the Lake of Souls.
Yes. After the creation of the 9 realms, fallen souls began to gather down in those waters.
When the elves discovered its potential, they built this temple to harness that energy. A smashing success, to say the least.
Many of them became addicted to their newfound power, and thus the Light Elves were born.
Okay. Random chest. This feels like it should be something more. Right, you need to angle things.
Well done. Though I imagine our Light Elf friends will be less than pleased.
Like I care. Music is kind of solemn.
Speaking of light elves,
Let me try talking to them again. They
Best
may...
just to let these two do their thing, brother.
one of those light bulbs! Careful! Behind!
New bits. Knocking off their mask with a blow to the head can leave them open for strong attacks and easier to stun. Okay, that's...
Nasty hit! You alright, brother? Behind you, brother! Behind you, brother!
Did Tyr kick that elf into nothingness? Tyr, my man.
Here, they came across the light bridge. Now the bridges are gone.
I have an idea to get us across.
Cool story, Tyr. I look forward to hearing your idea. No. I'm not gonna follow you. There's some more.
Lucky for us, squaring off violence doesn't mean he can't disfigure some architecture.
This way. Shrine awaits.
I hear something. I'm not sure if it's a chest or what, though. Over here first.
Kratos, where are you going?
He's just looking around. He does this.
Curious man.
I like how they add that kind of stuff. Other characters' reactions to you just going off and doing your thing. That's great. Get a quick drink.
Temple looks so different than I remember. It's all broken broken and covered in hive stuff last time we were here.
These elves use Alfheim's light to enhance the temple, and themselves by the look of it.
They definitely look more dangerous than last time.
Those were just the foot soldiers. They'll get more dangerous the further up we go.
We got a chest down there. Let's get this chest.
The shrine is this way, Kratos.
Yeah, he knows. We just like to be thorough.
Indeed.
I see. By all means, then.
Left side, incoming!
Okay.
These things smell awful.
Really? Exploding when I was in the middle of a combo. How rude of them. You don't just explode when somebody's in the middle of comboing you to death. That's called being impolite.
Temple looks so different than I remember. It was all broken and covered in hive stuff last time we were here.
These elves use Alfheim's light to enhance the temple, and themselves by the look of it.
They definitely look more dangerous than last time.
Oh, those were just the foot soldiers. They'll get more dangerous the further up we go.
Great.
Oh. Hello.
Shrine is this way, Kratos.
Yeah, he knows. We just like to be thorough.
I see. By all means, then.
Hey, Mordred. Welcome back. Just about to go to sleep. Fair. Do I have to rebound off a rebound? That's going to be freaking finicky. But how be things, Mordred? How be things? Just about to go to sleep? Fair. Oh, Megumin. Fair. I did mention explosions. Megumin probably wouldn't care. Megumin likely would not care. Bifrost Bridge. I know it's not uncommon to hear the voices of those who we have lost in the lights, so I decided to run one little experiment, with the permission of the temple's guardian, of course. I was missing my beloved Astrukar, something terrible, and thought perhaps if I could hear him one last time, I'd feel more at peace. I packed up some of his favorite things, his blanket, the stuffed tassel where my enchanted to squeak when squeezed, and an old drake bone with the teeth marks still imprinted. I'd set them down near the light to see if I could perhaps call his soul. I sat quietly for some time. I called to him. It was very difficult to confirm, but after a while I swear I could hear the distinct sound of paws on wood, gentle clicking of his nails, the way they used to sound, just the way they used to sound at home. They grew close. My heart beat faster in anticipation, but as soon as the sound started, they faded away, and I heard no more. Perhaps I will try again one day, but for now, I will choose to believe that he has found joy in the light and needs comforts of his whole life no more. I'm glad for him. By the way, Mordred, out of curiosity, would you say you are fairly insightful of a person? Because if so, I want to know what you make of... If I can find it. Where was it? Is it under lore markers? No. Key items? No. Well, there's a poem, and I want to get your opinion on it. I just need to find where that poem was. Ah, artifacts, that's right. This most recent poem, Afterlife Abandonment. A Cavassier work of brilliance that, if misunderstood, proves the ignorance of the reader. So tell me, if you are ignorant. This is the poem. Stick, rope, tar, black, skin, handprint, baby, crying, shower, stink, death, beach, grubs, delicious, bomb, piss. Any insights on that?
These things smell awful.
You have several ways to interpret it. Light attack, forceful stab embeds a firebomb which detonates after a brief delay. I go with Hades' Retribution. Cause explosions is always nice. That's fair. You did say you were about to go to sleep, so I'm guessing you are probably tired at this moment in time. Am I right in guessing that you are a tired person?
So if these elves use the light to build doors and make themselves stronger, what do the dark elves want with it?
To return it back to its source. To them, the natural resources of Alfheim are sacred, none more so than the light itself.
Aye, the Light Elf success came at a terrible price. Alfheim's once lively desert withered into a storm-ridden wasteland soon after the creation of this temple.
You know, I wouldn't generally call a desert a lively place. Just
There's
saying.
one Twilight Stone up there.
Oh, where's this Twilight Stone? Ah. Do I need to attack from a further back angle? What is my angle of attack here? Ah, I need to hit that. Okay.
Gotta be a better angle on that Twilight Stone.
Oh, I didn't even see I could go over here. Problem is, more I would need more time. Basically sitting for a longer time. If you don't mind me asking, what is it that you were doing that has tired you out so?
You're building quite the collection of poetry, brother.
Why so surprised? My people are known for their culture.
Ooh, another poem! In which Kvasir provides readers with their own tools for crafting stories. Visions after rest lay in wait for explorers, crafted by the imps, and filled with music, joy, or horror. Among these fanciful realms lie endless creation, and the possibilities where the limit is one's own imagination. I like that poem. That was...
Esteem.
More light elves ahead. I'll handle
needs to be up in 8 hours.
That's not a great idea.
Fair. But yeah, it was nice chatting with you again very briefly here, man. Very nice.
there, friends.
This will likely be getting streamed again.
Get back!
But I will likely be streaming this again on Sunday.
Another one, left side.
Ow. Sorry, I'm not going to be able to provide too much color commentary while I'm in the middle of a fight, but... See, with that... Ow, damn it. With that weird poem, I was interpreting it along a certain pathway, where, like, rope is string, black for tar, or tar is black. And stuff. I was thinking it's, like, stuff you would get from each thing.
We mean you no harm.
Here! Get back!
But then it went to, like, death, beach, bomb, piss. And that just kind of lost me. Light up Mystic. Mystics prefer to keep their distance, not emotionally. I'm sure they're quite forthcoming with their thoughts and feelings among their comrades. That as a battle tactic. They are masterful at conjoining difficult to dodge range attacks. Yeah, it was bomb piss. And it kind of lost me along that line. Dang it, I did not mean to rage.
Another one, left side. Behind you, incoming.
Oh, hello. Thank you, Tyr. You might not be partaking in violence, but you are still punching people.
Light elves want the souls in the light left alone. The light elves want to keep using them.
That's the long and short of it. Aye.
So then, which side is right?
And not our place to say. This is an elven conflict.
I said as much the last time we were in Alfheim.
Right.
He did, though. He did. But if this light is draining the life from an area, you know, I would say let it return to its natural state of being rather than trying to harness the power. You know? That would be the right thing to do, in my humble opinion. Well, see, the thing is if you try to go into the light, you're technically going into the afterlife, because that's where all the souls of the dead are.
Fortifications.
Aye. None too eager to let the Dark Elves run the roost again.
What do we got over here?
Hey, that looks interesting.
I don't think that's the way up to the shrine.
We know.
There's a chest over here.
Oh, I see it now. Forgive my impatience.
Okay.
Tricky.
Yeah, this one... What am I supposed to be aiming at here?
There's gotta be a way to get your axe behind this grate, right?
I don't mean to speak out of turn, but the white marble wall behind that grate.
Oh, there we go. Okay, I didn't even see the little thing that could be cut.
Thanks, dear.
My pleasure.
Beach is mostly made of stone, so no... Okay, I'm definitely seeing where you're coming with that line of thought. Like, I could get tar black, rope string, baby crying, and all that stuff. But it's when it got to beach, death, and bombs, piss, that I kind of, like, got lost. Grub's delicious as well, but considering it was the dwarf that wrote it, you know, maybe I can see that, but... Okay. That would be a way to... Very clever, Mordred. The Hilt of Graham. Once referred as the Dragon's Bane, Graham isn't what it used to be, but it fell on many foes before its days are done. Graham! Gasp. Burst of Rage applies stun to your enemies. I'd rather the bonus melee damage, honestly. But Graham is here, which means Sigurd has already come and gone.
Oh no.
Incoming!
Gloom nightmares.
Watch out! Left side!
But as for what a grub is essentially like a very small insect, for lack of better terms. You see a bomb and piss yourself. I mean, there is logic to that, though. You say that, but that actually does have a fair bit of logic behind it. Ah, that's what I need to do. I mean, isn't a lot of logic have a good tendency to be faulty? It depends on one's interpretation of things. Ow! Fucking exploding nightmare. That's not what I meant to click. I did not mean to do my spin to win.
Incoming! Above you!
Yeah, and that's a good thing. A lot of things do not have one right answer. And there's nothing wrong with having more than one right answer. I don't know. I mean, considering the way I think it's supposed to show that you are ignorant if you're looking at it is if you see all of these things and only see death. Stick in a rope, a tar is black, a skin from a handprint, you know, skinning somebody, leaving handprint, baby crying from the sadness of death, a shower to wash away the stink. I think an ignorance one may be if you see it and only think of death. So I think that what you saw in it...
Which is your favourite of Gavasir's poems, brother?
Why would I choose a favorite?
Let's see what this next poem is. A tale of showcasing the power of visual art by Kvasir. A gentle boy in his brush found kinship along the walls. His creations, playful sprites, brought joy to one and all. The town, once empty, now flushed with color and laughter. The boy hailed a hero, though merely a talented drafter. His mission, save his home, threatened by seas and disuse. His weapon, imagination, blue, reds, purple, and chartreuse. That was a nice one as well. I like that poem a little bit. I'm not sure which one of them is my favorite, though. Not sure which one I like best. Yeah, I think that's why it would show your ignorance if you only looked at it and saw death. This light elf is definitely stronger than the others. Light Elf Warrior. Can form your meaning onto this poem if you really want. Go ahead. These elven warriors are more than proficient with their blades. You'll need to focus properly to make it through this duel with one unscathed. Damn it! I wasn't paying attention. I thought Atreus had him distracted. Reading is deadly. Confirmed. These fuckers are fast.
I suppose I'll leave you to it then.
On your left! Ah, this is a fine mess.
I'll say, Mimir. I'll say. I'm getting my ass handed to me. I don't even think the blade was on the same side of the elf that I was with that last one.
I suppose I'll leave you to it then.
Forcing your worldview onto stuff is easy. Pretty much every human does it. That's how normal people react if they see new stuff. Okay.
I suppose I'll leave you to it then.
Enemy, left flank!
I pressed the Kratos is angry button. No! Kratos angry button. Why? Some people react to see. Even if you get a poem wrong, you still try to force your worldview on it and interpret it in a way that so it fits. I mean, you're essentially. I get what you're. Damn it! That's not what I meant to press. So you're pretty much along the same line of thinking that, like, interpreting what an author who was from a long time ago.
Come on, Kratos!
So, like how a lot of people try to interpret some author's stories or what they wrote in a certain way and stuff, and they don't like it when you say, no, that's not actually what it means. Or they try to force what they think it means onto others. That's... Good gracious. That was a long time coming.
I'll meet you on the other side.
Even yourself does it. The thing is, to basically see it as wrong basically shows that you are wrong. I mean, I can definitely see why one might think it's wrong. Forcing your worldview onto others definitely is not the best thing to do. However, I wouldn't say forcing your worldview onto others is good, but informing others of what your worldview is not a bad thing, you know? Like, as long as you don't force people to comply and get angry when people don't agree with what your worldview is, even if it is the correct worldview, like, it doesn't necessarily mean... It's a complicated subject. I'm trying to think of a way to put it, but I can't. It's not an easy thought process in some ways. Your worldview is thinking in logic. I mean, and there's certainly nothing wrong with thinking of things logically.
There's Twilight Stone on the ground.
I don't see Twilight Stone. Oh, you guys are looking over here.
I wonder if we could use Twilight Stone against them.
Truth.
We can continue up this way.
Over here!
Everybody has their own biased opinions on things. That is truth. And accounting for that bias is a very good thing, you know? But yeah. We have emotions, we have free will, and that is what makes... Oh boy.
Do what you must.
Father, watch the orb!
What?! I was full... Okay, I wasn't actually full health. I thought I was full health. I guess I wasn't full health.
Father, over here!
Now I'm full health. Okay, I understand the logic in you saying that it's basically an illusion to have free will. Like,
Behind you! Look out!
at least I think I get where you're coming by saying that.
Nasty hit! You alright, brother?
I still can't figure out how they're making light bridges.
Look at this statue. These crystals. I've noticed them on the elves.
Choose one of the food, your favorite food, one piece of shit. My favorite food. Sorry, I was
If this statue were to fall into the chasm,
distracting myself with gameplay. Yeah, statue fall over the thing. What do I need to do? Hit?
Yeah, look. The foundation's weak. Father could push this over no problem.
Let there be light.
Oh, the crystals still make light bridges. Now the light elves wear them. Smart.
almost there.
Indeed.
Allow me.
That is quite smart of them. Let's not be on the light bridge when Tyr's about to knock one over.
I dare say he's beginning to enjoy the vandalism. Pretty soon he'll be laying waste to pottery.
Join us in the pottery laying waste to Tyr. You're one of us now.
At least we're getting closer. Look up. See?
Feels even taller on the inside.
Bright!
Thought this was down here.
All you do as a result of your experience, mood, and your surroundings. I can see that. Maybe free will wasn't the best way to put it. If you get these three things, you can 100% predict the reaction of everything. I'm trying to think. There's another way to put things. I just don't... Free will... And I can't even say really freedom of choice, because that's a whole other can of worms, realistically speaking. You can argue quantum. Okay, so when I get where you're coming from. I think we have a fundamental different idea of what free will might be, actually. I mean, I personally do prescribe to the multiverse idea, or the logic of a multiverse, and my interpretation of free will... Oh, come on. My interpretation of free will is that because there's a multiverse, there is free will, since everything is possible as a possibility. That's how I interpret free will to be, essentially. If there is a choice that can be made, then that allows it. It's a way that I can think of for all the people that say, well, if God and the Bible says he knows everything, then doesn't that discount the idea of free will and freedom of choice, yada, yada, yada? Well, the thing is... Oh, I know the multiverse isn't really the best theory, but... Oh. Combat.
Maybe you can throw those back at them.
Ow! Oh, shit. He's still alive.
Enemy, left flank.
God damn it, where's there more enemies? Over there. Oh, that's where the Twilight Stone is. How I landed that shot. Sorry, I'm a little bit distracted right now. And not really responding. Can I stop locking onto that? There we go. Damn it! Okay, so... First thing is, the multiverse is not really the best theory, but assume it is the correct one, then I will show you how to reduce your re-educate your multiverse theory into decision truly is. It's not truly left, right, it's more like this atom phases through this wall, or didn't. Basically, every 1 centimeter cubed has 10 to the 34th power atoms, or something like this, so already 10 to the 34th multiple worlds, so every atom would have multiple protons and electrons. Okay. These protons have quark particles.
And here we go again.
Fly door! Incoming!
Gosh darn it! To point that a PC can't really calculate it. Okay, so I get what you're saying. You're proposing that the multiverse theory is not really feasible just due to the fact of the theory that postulates that every single possibility causes a different branch of it would fall apart quickly due to the way that atoms work. Is essentially how I'm interpreting what it is you're saying. Okay, so you're telling me to look beyond just the whole it forms on every choice thing? Sorry, I will admit to being somewhat distracted right now. Shit. Shit! Russian. I'm near the end, aren't I? Am I close enough to the end? Just gonna make sure I didn't forget anything back here. I could have swore I saw a chest around here earlier, but maybe I'm wrong. Or maybe I'm just procrastinating. Continuing going forward so I can continue reading. So it means 10 to 34 to the 34 power. Okay. Can I go down here at all? And this happens a lot of times every 1 second. Okay. I wonder what that was supposed to hit. Wait, is that a light I can break over there? No. So let's get truly to the scale of things. Oh, I'm already beginning to imagine that this scale is gonna be insanity. Well, automatically doesn't matter since we get to really big numbers. True, when it comes to big numbers, you know, they often mark with scientific notation. I thought I heard a raven Odin around here, too. 10 to the 100th power for every proton. Okay. Already starting big. Just making sure I didn't miss anything. Because I did get distracted. Water. 10 to the 34th to the 34th power from every 1 cubic centimeter. I should just say cubic centimeter rather than centimeter cubed. Can I do a rebound from here? No, it does not look like it. Also, I forgot. I mastered some of these, didn't I? Not that one. Nor that one. I'm close to Frozen Spike, though. Let's do that next. I thought I mastered one of them. Guess not. So, one more Frozen Spike. That was a waste. Where? I see no more light elves. Atreus, you're trying to kill me. Let's assume 1 meter. So let's assume 1 meter cubed. So that's okay. The Earth is 10 to 24 power. Sun is 10 to the 30th kilogram. Fuck. I didn't see this guy right next to me. I need heals. Thank goodness, last enemy. Keep moving. Okay, so the sun is 10 to 24th. Earth is 10 to 24th. The sun is 10 to the 30th. Ow. Are we talking mass? We have to be talking mass. What am I saying? Because we're talking kilograms, so of course we're talking mass. Hello, bird. Alone creates more than So 10 to the 100th, which is to the 34th, to the 34th, to the 33rd, to the 30th. And honestly, this is still low. Where do you get... Oh yeah, I was... No point in asking. Where did you get the 34 to the 3rd power? But that's cubic. Right, never mind. I'm dumb. But yeah, I mean, that is...
A fair few birds you've hunted. I wonder if it might be worth visiting the Raven Tree.
I will visit the Raven Tree. Don't worry. The Raven Tree shall be visited by me after we finish Alfheim.
Another light door.
There's some Twilight Stone on that statue shield. That angle isn't gonna work. Do you think there's any way to stop the elves from fighting each other?
Had Freyr not abandoned the realm, a lasting peace may have formed.
Let's shade.
Now,
It's just that one finite number, but for you it may as well be infinite. True.
but he had the power to heal this land and end the war, did he not?
He made his choice.
The wrong one.
For Alfheim, perhaps, but not necessarily for him.
Well, I suppose we're all entitled to walk our own paths, regardless of where they end.
Problem is everything interacts with everything, so
I'm sure there's a way to set it in place with some highly targeted destruction.
am I missing something? I have to be missing something. Oh, duh. So, okay. I definitely get where you're coming from. So, it is essentially an infinite number of possible worlds. The multiverse doesn't work in as simplistic terms as most people think it does. Like, from a philosophical standpoint, where it's every choice a person makes is a thing. The light itself would create multiple worlds. Okay. I might be jumping a little bit ahead. Sorry. Continue. I do apologize if I jump a little bit ahead. I get like that sometimes, though, where if I think I know where something's going, I start positing my own things, though that's kind of obvious. Oh, I got it right. Yay! Okay, I can... I mean... based on that kind of logic, with the idea of a multiverse and all that good stuff, then realistically speaking, if we somehow were capable or able to find a way to travel to other universes, then very theoretically resources would be an issue of the long, long past, right? Because very theoretically, infinite resources would be a thing. Okay, I need to break that bit on the back, I think. Because I don't think I can hit anything with the shield just yet. Oh. There we go.
That looks right.
Well, the difference is one particle didn't quantum affect differently. Mm-hmm. So... where do I need to throw it? I need to hit that. So... what is my angle here?
Here. The last time we were here.
Probably from above.
That's unfortunate. I'd wondered what became of Svartalfheim.
We had to defend ourselves. He died. He told us we helped the wrong side.
I see.
I thought we were actually talking in actual seconds, not picoseconds, but yeah. It is truly a vast amount of possibilities, and even then, the number of differences would be minuscule. What am I missing? A chest on a lore. Dump.
anything wounded out there, Atreus?
I think so. They could just be in a storm.
Perhaps we can investigate once we've uncovered a mysterious seer's hidden prophecy.
You don't think it's possible to interact with other worlds? Can you tell me why it's not possible?
There. The central chamber will bring us to
Like, legit curiosity.
We'll find our way past the
I've always heard of the theoretical of going to other worlds, but I've not heard that it's not possible. They basically all exist at the same place. Okay. Oh, where's the Twilight Stone here?
There's some soundstone up there.
Ah!
It pairs quite nicely with the Twilight Stone.
I'm not. It's facing the wrong way. Maybe if we...
Allow me to speed this up. The angle should work, Kratos.
Well done.
At your service.
You believe it's overlapping.
The might of Alfheim.
Theory you're using for multiple world series doesn't allow for this kind of stuff. Okay.
Nothing.
What's wrong?
I could hear Mother inside last time. But I can't anymore.
Her soul is one with the light now. United by forces older than Odin himself.
There was still stuff down there. Let me go back down.
Yes.
I hope so. When Father went inside the light, he
You
said
went inside the light of Alfheim?
Yes.
And yet here you stand, of sound mind and decidedly not incinerated. You must tell me, Kratos, what did you see?
That memory is for me alone. But I felt only moments passed.
Didn't feel like moments to me.
I was trapped. Atreus overcame great odds to save me.
One could but only imagine. Well then, Groa's triptych awaits.
Before I find Groa's triptych, can I go back down? No? Okay.
So, did you ever meet Groa?
Many times. But she was plagued by constant visions, so conversation was difficult, to say the least.
Collapse of a wave fucking ton makes a world, kind of. But Miri, you're not gonna pipe up?
What are you doing?
Heard something.
Father, she's gone.
I don't think she is. Wave function problems disappear. Okay. Okay, can I go back down now? No, I can't go back down.
Changed some stuff. Last time, there was all this hive stuff up here. So many dark elves. All this time, I thought...
Someone better explain it than you.
I thought all the dark elves were... Dear,
Yes?
did we help the wrong side?
Are you certain that's the right question?
Is there a right side?
Exactly. What do you think, Atreus? Is there a right side in this war?
I don't know.
Then perhaps you shouldn't pick one.
Yeah, I agree with that sentiment. If you don't know if there is a right side in a war, then you probably should not get involved in it. Alright, I've got that playlist open. I will be sure to give it a look. I do like the very philosophical discussions that we can have, Mordred, by the way. Philosophical, scientific, a mix of two. A mix of the two, rather. See, I guess I've always looked at the multiverse theory from a more philosophical standpoint than, you just wanted to brush your teeth. Sorry! Sorry. I totally missed out on a chest and some lore. Why should the multiverse care with regards to choice? I mean, I guess in a way, just nothing other than electrical signals in your brain. We're about to get on a very deep philosophical discussion, I feel. If we, keep going like this. Because like I said, I look at it from a more philosophical standpoint, and there are ways that I think I could explain the philosophical point of view with regards to this.
Do you believe in
And theological.
Oh, of course not. You think I'd wash my hands this much if I thought that what I do doesn't ultimately matter? There's only one thing with any say over how we live our lives, and that's us.
Is the game listening to me speak? That there's no... That... Okay. That was weird. Atreus just randomly asking him if he believes in fate while we're having a discussion of free will in the multiverse.
Hey, Sindri, wasn't your forge on the other side of the shrine last time?
My, someone's got an eye for detail. Perhaps the Light Elves felt it looked better on this side. They do have a thing for aesthetics. Honestly, I'm as puzzled as you are. But it's best not to look a gift forge in the 2-year. Very messy. Anyway, good luck.
It would be, wouldn't it? It would be quite the small part of it in the grand scheme of things. We could upgrade the... No, we cannot upgrade the pommels of the Undying Spark. Nor can we upgrade anything with our shield, except for this. Nope, we can't. So... Armor. I can make the Spaulders of Enlightenment. Frost Awaken and Flame Whiplash have a chance to grant luck of the Blessing of Runic. I'll go ahead and make it. I'm not going to use it, though.
Gonna keep it spatter-free this time.
Well, see, for both battle and sturdy, it's infused with runic power of those who came before. The Bracers of Enlightenment. Runic attacks do increase damage against status of enemies. Interesting, but again, I'm not too much of a runic build. And Waist Armor, the Belt of Enlightenment, is same thing. But again, not really needed. Nothing there. I don't want to sell anything. So the philosophical part's small. Think of it this way. A human does a choice every, what, several minutes, seconds? Human in this case would be 10 to the 37th atoms.
The giants always did enjoy hiding their secrets in plain sight.
Wait until you see this.
A little less. Hey, you're not lazy. Your body is just tired, like you said. Well, I'm about to be ending this probably within the next 5 to 10 minutes anyways, so...
Ah, yes. Here we have Groa's search for her missing husband. She was relentless in her attempt to
We can
find
pick this conversation up next time.
weeks on end. Unfortunately, she found something else. A vision of Ragnarok.
Word of Groa's vision reached Odin. He sought her out, demanded a private retelling.
Didn't like what he heard, apparently.
Ironwood? That's the... I don't know what that is.
The mythical sanctuary for giants. Curious.
It's in Jotunheim?
I know some giants thought so, but Ironwood isn't anywhere, lad. It's a concept, a metaphorical paradise. It's not real.
Presumably, Groa requested her ashes be returned to Jotunheim, while her soul found peace in the light. Difficult to imagine Odin respecting those wishes. The champion?
I think it's supposed to be... me.
You assume too much.
Aye. Best not to read into these abstractions so literally. Prophecies are slippery by nature. Although, some are more obvious than others.
Ragnarok.
Aye. The end of everything.
So this is it. There's nothing we can do to stop it.
There must be a way. Why else is this hidden?
Look, here. This is what we saw. It's you, fighting in Ragnarok.
No. I don't... I can't.
What's this then? That's new.
Asgard is destroyed? But the other realms thrive?
And Odin dies.
She lied.
Groa lied. Of course she did. Odin's working off a false prophecy.
So then, we can win Ragnarok. We can beat Odin.
We are not present in any of this.
But that was Tyr leading the charge against Asgard. Plus, Hell's army was there. And the elves. Champion. Okay.
Atreus.
Whoever that is doesn't matter. But for the first time, we know something Odin doesn't. We just saw we can win. Tyr?
I won't allow prophecy to define my choices.
But we just saw
No,
you.
Atreus. This is wrong.
Come. There is much to discuss.
Indeed.
It is time.
Another one of those.
We can't stop Ragnarok. But we can win it.
If Asgard is destroyed, Odin will not be the only casualty. There must be another way.
I agree. There must. I wonder what Fimbulwinter did to this place.
Perhaps we should focus on our egress first.
Agreed.
Light elf bestiary. When they throw explosive material, here's the idea. Throw it right back at them. Wise Mimir is wise. What is skill highlighting? Oh, Frozen Spike. I forgot I golded that. Go damage. So I still have Frozen Ascent and the running R1. And there's Frozen Ascent done. Oh, let's increase the frost of the skill. Yeah, I'm pretty much going to be going until I get the call that dinner is here. I'm getting pizza tonight, so...
Nasty hit. You all right, brother?
Damn. Okay.
This is a fine mess.
Hopefully it saved at a certain point before I came into the room. Nope. Lovely. Oh, it did save that, at least. Interesting. Ah, it saved these two being dead as well.
Nasty hit. You all right, brother?
Welcome back. Open up Light Elf Warrior. See if your parry's dashing slash to open up to a counter attack. Parry. Ha, that's a joke. If free will doesn't exist as an example of a deterministic world, it can't exist. The universe isn't deterministic. What do you mean by deterministic? Shit. Nightmares. What? You could turn into super deterministic. Ow. Deterministic is like you play a game of billiards. Okay. Hit the ball at a certain angle and speed. And angle. Balls hit each other in a different direction if you know the start conditions. You can determine the end result. You just don't have build your game. Okay. Instead, you have atoms. Atoms influence each other. Okay, thank you. Alright. This conversation is definitely gonna have to hold until Sunday's stream because it sounds like my dinner is here. So I'm going to be calling this stream of God of War Ragnarok here. It will continue on Sunday, I do believe, and that's when we'll continue recording. So for now, I've been Solar Dragon. I hope you've enjoyed this game. If you have, leave me some feedback in the way you so see fit. If you want to check out more by me, be sure to check out my channel here on Twitch or YouTube. Same name, same games. There is plenty of content for you to enjoy. Thank you so much for the conversations. I hope you enjoyed, and have a fantastic evening, everybody.